Ladies and gentlemen, De'Aaron Fox is out of Sacramento. So if y'all don't know, De'Aaron Fox has axed out of Sacramento by free agency. His preferred destination is San Antonio, which makes a lot of sense, right? The Spurs have a ton of draft capital, they have young players to trade, and the salary cap isn't an issue at all. But it's also just a fact that De'Aaron Fox is a good fit in San Antonio. He's that player that you can rely on to score when Wemby isn't. Which if you're San Antonio, that's amazing, right? I mean, another player that can take over the game. But at the same time, De'Aaron Fox is one of those point guards who needs to have the ball in their hands to score. I mean, screw that, to do anything at all. Fox is one of those players that just score. That's it. And that's not a bad thing. He's one of the best players in the league at doing it. But if I'm the Spurs GM, I just have to wonder, will this hinder Wemby's development? I mean, the Spurs already have decent scoring, especially with Wemby, and overloading on scoring may not be the best idea. But I don't know, I'm not the Spurs GM. I think it would make more sense if Fox goes to a place like the Hawks, or maybe even the Clippers. I mean, De'Aaron Fox could literally do everything he's doing in Sacramento, but more in LA. No, not that LA. I don't want De'Aaron Fox on top of LeBron. I want De'Aaron Fox to be on a team where he can contribute, and contribute in a scoring way. And I know I just named the Hawks and the Clippers, but there are a lot of teams that need De'Aaron Fox right now. For example, look at the Heat. I'm sure Pat Riley would love to trade Butler, an aging second option, for a young De'Aaron Fox. I mean, when you imagine De'Aaron Fox on the Heat, it all just makes sense to me. He could space out the floor, he can take over a game, and he is one of the most clutch players in the NBA. And the Heat need that this season. Half of their losses this season have been in clutch time. Just imagine this graphic, but for the Heat this season. It's been that bad. They could use a player like Fox. But I know some of you are like, Jazz, what even happened in the first place? Why is Fox leaving Sacramento? Well, if you don't know the controversy, it happened last summer. Fox was asking for a $345 million extension, and the Kings were basically like, no, we're not giving you that. So it's hard to pick sides. On one hand, you have to understand Fox. He does want to get paid the most that he possibly can. But on the other hand, are you really gonna pay a guy $345 million for basically being Jaylen Brown? To be honest with y'all, I would never. De'Aaron Fox is a good player, but is he as good as Jason Tatum? No. Is he as good as Luka Doncic? No. Is he as good as SGA? Not at all. What I'm saying is basically, if you're not in that SGA tier, that Tatum tier, or that Luka Doncic tier, I'm not gonna pay you $345 million. That's just nonsense. But even though he is asking for this ridiculous contract, losing De'Aaron Fox is gonna hurt the Kings, obviously. I mean, if the Kings are struggling with Fox, imagine the Kings without him. They're gonna be toast. I mean, if you're Sacramento, you obviously didn't do the whole rebuild for nothing, right? See, I was born in 2016, but even I know about the DeMarcus Cousins days. Those were rough patches for Sacramento, and I highly doubt that they want to go back to that path again. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all, the way it's looking right now, they might just have to. Look, if you're the Sacramento Kings, you want to compete. You want your roster to win a championship. But there's a lot of problems for the Kings. First off, they're in the Wild West, so it's not like they will beat the Mavs or Thunder anyway. Second off, their team has been disappointing this season, even though they've done really good with the new coach, so I'll give them props for that. And third off, De'Aaron Fox is out of the door. He is going to be out of Sacramento soon. So let me know what y'all think. Do you think De'Aaron Fox leaving the Sacramento Kings is a good idea? Or do you think he should have just stayed with the Kings and took less money? Also, the first person who comments first will be getting their comment pinned. Until later, I'll see y'all, man. Peace.